Hi, everybody. I'm here with a special Authority Marketing Live because my dear friend, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, has a really cool thing that you're going to want to know about. And so we decided that instead of holding off, having the interview go when it's going to go, we would just do it now because why not? Right. So I'm going to, without further ado, here's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks so much for being
Hello.
so, you guys, so Rebecca is, I mean, she's the person to know. She is an award-winning author with so many accolades and amazing things, and publisher and podcast host and radio host. And what am I missing here?
We do publishing and help launch people as best-selling authors.
Okay, so amazing,
Mhm.
amazing stuff. So, and the reason that we're here today talking is about the opportunity for people to be part of the speaker talent search that you put on. Is it twice a year? Three times a
We
year?
do it 2 to 3 times a year, correct?
So and there's one coming up. So
Exactly.
I'm going to let you take it away. So why don't you tell us a bit about it and why people need to register today?
Absolutely. I'm excited to be here. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope it's starting off powerfully for all of you. And one of the things I find and many of us put on our calendar for the year, or we want to put on our calendar for a year, are interviews and speaking engagements and being able to reach more people. And that's where the speaker talent search comes in. So I'm very excited to be able to share about this. Melanie, so good to see you and excited to be here today. And the mission of the speaker talent search is actually to help speakers and experts and influencers connect with people who are actually looking for them to have them on their programs and their shows and their summits. And so it's a way to bring those two parties together. So we do it several times a year. It's part of our giving back. And we're hoping to reach as many people as possible because what we believe is the world needs more of you. And we want to be a part of that.
That's a beautiful mission. So, what's the first step? Do we have to be a seasoned TEDx speaker to apply?
We actually have a range. So sometimes people are beginning and they're kind of finding their voice, finding their rhythm. Others are very experienced. They've been traveling around the world. They've been a TEDx speaker. We have opportunities for all. And part of the reason is because it's multiple leaders and influencers that have shows and programs that are coming together to unite all of their opportunities and find great talent. So whether you are just starting out, you have been doing it for many years. If you're looking to get on more stages, if you're looking to reach more people, get on more interviews, it's a really great opportunity. And there's no cost to participate. Usually people are excited about that because we're also looking at budgets when we're looking ahead at the year. So just so you're not worried about that, I want you to know that up front. But there is a process. And every step of the process is part of the application process. So I like people to know that. So you go to, can I share the link? Is that
Yeah,
cool?
please.
Okay.
I can't post it on my end, but I can try. If
Okay.
you want to, I'll type it in. Go ahead. Tell me what it is.
Perfect. Perfect. It's speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We try to keep it easy. We have several coming up this year, and the deadline for the next one coming up is March 31st. So we
Mm,
wanted to give you enough time to look at that, look at the process so that you can be thoughtful in participating, really bring your A game so that we know who you are, what you're looking to do, what sort of opportunities you're interested in. And what I find with the application process that people get clarity, it actually serves them. Frequently, they'll even get opportunities before they even submit the application because they start to look at things a little bit differently, even if they're very seasoned in what they do. The process you go through, the 18 questions, are open ended. You don't want to wait till last minute because we can tell if you're frustrated and irritated at the questionnaire when you're filling it out. So allow yourself time to explore, to go deep, to really share about who you are, what your mission is, what you're looking to do in the world. And it's going to be received by our team that will review it. We select up to 60 finalists. So that's 60 finalists. Those finalists are then invited to submit a 7-minute video unedited. We want to see and experience you as real as we can before editing. So you don't need to go out and get it professionally edited, but
Kind of like
7-minute
this.
video.
We're
Yep, just like this.
fly by the seat of our pants over here. Go on.
Get to experience the real you, which is
Yeah.
what we want, because we want to see who you are, what you're about, how you hold space. Do you follow directions? So make sure to read the directions. That's a hot tip I can give you. We do expect people to be familiar with the steps and the process. So make sure you read the details and you pay attention to the time frames, where to send things, what to present in those 7 minutes. We give you really clear direction. Then what happens with all those beautiful videos is we have a week of the speaker talent search. That's when all of the panelists come together and they carve out time that week to review the videos, to hold space for them, to receive your message and see if they feel an alignment that you are a good fit for what they're looking for. And if so, then we'll be able to extend opportunities to you. And that's the process.
That is so exciting. And so what, because you're a multi hyphenate already. So you do so much. So what inspired you to start this talent search for speakers?
I haven't been asked that question in a long time. So I started it because I found when I had my radio show, which I still have, but this was right when I was starting. I had my radio show and I was doing live events that I would get approached all the time by people that wanted to be on my stages. They wanted to be on my show, but they didn't know anything about the show. They were approaching me at weird times when I'm about to go on stage or other things, which isn't quite the right moment to approach. And then I would make choices of who to have on my show or who to have on my stages, and they would show up differently than I had expected. And so I thought, I need a process. I need to find a way, because I'm responsible for who I have on my stages, who I have on my events, who I have on my show. I wanted to find a process and a system to have it where people know how to approach me, that I'm receptive to looking for people at that moment, so I can really hold space with what they're presenting me, not at a weird, awkward time where they're not getting that time and attention. And I can make better choices for themselves, for those who are applying, and for myself, for the different platforms and opportunities we had. And what I discovered as I started looking for a system, that other people were struggling with the same thing. So other podcast hosts, other event leaders, other talent agents were having the same issue and same challenge. And so I thought, well, here's an opportunity. What if we created that together and then united all of our opportunities? So in one step, one process, all of these potential opportunities get filled by amazing talent. And they reviewed the process we created. They like it. And those are the people that are on our panel to this day. We originally started when we were in person. So we actually had people fly in from different countries to do that 7-minute audition, which was amazing. Amazing people we've gotten to meet and have on our stages. But we wanted to make it even more accessible. So we moved it to a virtual environment several years back. And
Aren't you
that's
glad
just
you did that?
yes, you always listen to that polling and that prompting that you're given. Listen to it, even if it's not how you've done it. And I'm so glad, because it's allowed us to open it up to the world, make it more accessible, and create more opportunities.
That's beautiful. That's just amazing. And I love that you're just paying it forward to so many people who I have it on their heart. I mean, I've been on
Mhm.
Facebook recently, and I cannot tell you how many people have said things like, I want to speak this year. I want to be a speaker. And now I can go back to them and say, speakertalentsearch.com. That's how you're going to start. So,
Exactly.
so that's great. So we have a deadline of March
Mhm.
31. So
And it's firm. I just wanted people to know that deadlines in it are firm. You'll see all the details if you go to Speaker Talent Search of the deadline and kind of each step of the process. For those of you that are planners out there, I always like to know the details.
awesome. And I wish I were more of a planner. So goals, my 2022 goals. No, not really. Um, but so let's talk a little bit about how else you help people, because you have the ability to help people publish their books. You also have the ability to help people have bestseller campaigns. And I'd love to
Mhm.
touch on that with our time left, because bestseller campaigns are something that a lot of people don't necessarily know what that is or do they
Mm.
need one? So can you just kind of give us the quick version of why you want it, why it's good, and all that fun stuff?
Sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm happy to. So I'm a big believer in best-selling campaigns. You're going to hear that bias in everything I share. So I'll be upfront about that.
I
But
love
I'll,
that. Good.
I'll just be clear. But part of the reason is I learned when I first got into the industry and I was speaking and I was part of two different book projects. They were great quality projects. Wonderful publishers, amazing colleagues that were in the book. They were anthologies, so group projects. And they both went through a similar process to do the publishing, but one of them released the book, so it was available to purchase. The other did a best selling campaign, and the best selling campaign changed the course of my career in life. So I'm a
Okay.
huge believer because it suddenly put me on an international market space that I didn't know you could get on. I suddenly was approached by media because now I was on that international space and they felt like I had a voice and a platform that they were looking for on their networks. And so I had the opportunity to get on a radio show, a live broadcast radio show with Voice America, which I am still on to this day. That led to having a television channel, to a television network, to being the network director there on the women's channel, TV and radio for a while, and just continue to expand, and then eventually my own network. And I can trace it back to the exposure I got and the willingness to say yes. So those two things
Right.
from the best-selling campaign. The other book, amazing book, but it's actually still in boxes on my shelf. Great book, but it has great content, but it didn't have, I think, the impact it could have had
Mhm.
or the positioning that it could have created for me that a best-selling campaign has. And that's why, just to explain my bias there, why I believe in them.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
a best-selling campaign is an opportunity to be seen and heard, to help your message be seen and heard. There are over 2,000 books being released every day. Amazing, powerful books.
Mhm.
So how do we rise above that so that people know? Because if they don't know about you, they don't know your message, they don't know what you're bringing to the world, you can't help them.
That's absolutely true. That's why I do what I do, and in
Exactly.
conjunction with you and what you do, and that's the beauty of it. It isn't. It does. Your book should not exist in a vacuum.
Yes,
It's like I was saying the other day that you wouldn't plan a party and then not send out invitations.
exactly.
So you're not going to write a book and then not let people know about it. And I think that a bestseller campaign is a great way to do that, as is marketing your book as a whole. So I
Absolutely.
I want to be mindful of our time. We are
Sure,
right
sure.
about hours. So but you can find out more about Rebecca Hall Gruyter and all her amazingness. You can go to speakertalentsearch.com and you can get all the information about how to sign up for that. You can also go to yourpurposedrivenpractice.com, and that's how you can find everything about the beautiful Rebecca. So thank you so much for joining me today and live for fun. I
My
hope lots of
pleasure.
people sign up, and let's do this again very soon. Thanks.
Wonderful.
Thanks.